Hi, folks. I'm Roel Dejean. I teach Math 1, and I go by he and him, and my quarantine name is Sleepy Toast.
Hi, my name is Nashwi Ma'am. I'm the intervention counselor that works with Hive. My pronouns are she, her, and my quarantine name is Sleepy Slider.
Hey, my name's Matt Glazer. I go by he, him. I'm the physics teacher in High Five, also the lead teacher, and my quarantine name is Excited Waffles.
Hi, my name is Brooke McKinney. My pronouns are she, her. I teach English in High Five, and my quarantine name is Happy Tamale.
Hi, my name is Molly Offerman. I am a counselor in Hive Five. I go by she, her. My quarantine name is Mellow Raspberry Cottage Cheese.
Hi, my name is Ms. Warner, and I'm teaching freshman history, ethnic studies, and social living. My pronouns are she and her, and my quarantine name is Excited Cereal.
What's going on? High Five, Empathy Hive, family, students, friends, fans. How's it going? I'm Matt Glazer. I'm physics teacher for High Five and also the Hive lead. And I wanted to take a little time to try to show you some of the technology tools we're going to be using this year and really just kind of plug you in on how best to support your students. So here we go. Let's see, I got a whole bunch of stuff to show you, but we'll start with the screen that's right here. And this is Google Classroom. Google Classroom is really kind of the central point to start for all of your students' classrooms, classes at Berkeley High. Every class will have a linked Google Classroom where we post assignments, classwork, links to what we've been doing in class, etc. There's no grading done on Google Classroom, and that is an important note for this year, and I'll tell you about grading in a little bit, okay? So wanted to show you a couple things. This page right here, this is the High Five Information and Announcements Google Classroom. This should have, all of the students should be a part of this. I have invited them all. We're trying to get them all to accept that invitation. And this has, you can look through the top of the classroom here, and it'll show you things like classwork. They have 2 assignments from this first week of school that are going out to all the students here. Okay, so this is kind of the main hub for the things that we would send out to all the High Five students at once. And then your student will also have individual Google Classrooms for each class. So, for example, this is the physics. Okay. Most of these classes are broken up into units or topics. In physics, we do it by weeks. So you can see here, these are the links to the Pear Decks for the first week of physics, along with some PDFs of the slideshow that we showed, and then some of the self-paced work that they will be doing on Wednesdays. And I'll talk about that in a little bit as we get to the schedule. Okay. So again, this is just where, this is this central place to start for the classrooms, and so you kind of know what's going on. Okay. Additionally, on Google Classroom, there is a way to sign up as a parent or guardian, and you get weekly summary emails for like big assignments that are due in those classes and everything. So I do recommend you do that. I believe you go through your student account to do that and sign up as a parent or guardian. Okay. Okay, next, I'm going to flip to this tab right here, and we're going to go to email. How do you email one of the teachers, one of the High Five teachers? There are a couple of ways, and I'm going to show you right now. Okay, you would open your own email, and if you want to just email a teacher directly, you can just send that directly to their name at Berkeley High. All of us have emails that are our first name, last name at berkeley.net. So if you want to email me, you go to mattglazer@berkeley.net, like that, okay? And since I'm on the Berkeley server, it pops up that little thing, and you can verify that that's me, okay? So that's one way. You can just email teachers directly. Second way is we have an address that is empathyhive@berkeley.net, okay? And that's empathyhive@berkeley.net. What this does is this sends it to the Empathy Hive staff. So that's the 4 core teachers, myself, Ms. Frost, Ms. Warner, Miss McKinney, Mr. Dijon, plus our counselor, Miss Offer. Okay. This is great if, I don't know, your student is not feeling well or you're out of town and you just need to get a message to all the teachers at once. Keep in mind this doesn't go to the elective teachers, right? So if you have art or dance or PE or band, that's not on this list. So you'll have to add them separately, okay? So that's the easiest way to get a hold of us over email, all right? We will respond. We're trying our best. As everyone I'm sure knows, there's a lot of email going around right now. So we're often just kind of sifting through it, but we will respond. Okay. Okay. Illuminate. I'm going to hit to the next tab. Here we go. Illuminate is how we do our grades. Okay. So the grading portion of our classes is done on Illuminate. You can sign up for various sort of parent notifications and portals and things like that. I'm going to show you how to, if you need to look up your parent access code, this is how. This is your address right here, okay? It is an abbreviated address. It is goo.gl/r, big M, big J, big V, big J, little b, okay? And I'm going to leave that up there. If you didn't hear me say that, you can look right up there in that address bar, and that is the abbreviated address for this. I don't know what the real one is. It's too long. You don't want to know it, okay? But go there, and then if you are to hit that, you'll get this Illuminate Parent Access Code lookup. You can put in student ID, last name, first name, street address, and that will get you onto Illuminate, okay? Great. We will be updating Illuminate grades as we get through the work, right? So, and it's a little trickier this year because now we have to go from Classroom and port it into Illuminate. But just so you know that the grades are not on Google Classroom, they're going to be on Illuminate. All right. Remind.com. This is another technology tool that is new to us this year that we're going to be using. This is a anonymous texting service, or it anonymizes your texts. Okay, so this gives us the ability to say, for example, hey, don't forget your ethnic studies project is due on Friday. Click and text the students. We found last year that many students are more responsive to texts versus emails, so that's why we're doing this year. We are still onboarding on this. The district has been adding contacts. We have to authenticate them. What you need to know about this is that this is the service we will be using. Each class will have a remind code that we will send out to our students very soon, encouraging them to sign up. And that's that. There is this provides us with a way so we don't actually need to obviously exchange phone numbers, but can still send reminders out to students. Okay. So stay tuned for more information on that. Just wanted to let you know that's what it is. So you've heard it at least. All right. What's next? Independent reading. I'm just going to leave this like this. I think you all can see that. Okay. U9 expectations for independent reading. This is from the U9 English department. I can let you read that. You can pause that. I'm not going to necessarily read it to you, but U9 students are expected to be reading every day, hopefully, okay? At least 5 times a week, at least 20 minutes a day, all right? This is, when students are not, we realize they're not going to be in their English class all the time, and I'll talk about terms, so that's part of why we're emphasizing this. And the students will hear more about this from their English teacher in their English classes, okay? But just wanted to let you know that we realize that this term system is a little weird at parts. I think overall it's really positive. So part of what we're trying to do is keep kids reading, right? And reading something a little bit every day, all right? Okay, let's see. Terms, schedule of terms. There's been a lot of confusion over this. This is a super bright graphic, but I thought this might be a decent way to show you, okay? This is from Principal Juan Ricosa, and you could probably search your email and find the same thing, but this way I can go over it with you, all right? So we've split up the classes into terms this year, right? Instead of a normal 6, plus 7th plus 0 period day, your students are taking half the classes at a time. So we are currently in term 1. Okay, your students are currently studying periods 1, 3, and 5. And then if they have an additional 7th period class, that's band, that's something like that, enrichment, bridge, then that is in this first term as well. So I'm thinking about these as the odd terms, right? 1, 3, 5, 7. Okay. This goes from August 17th to September 11th. It's about 4 weeks. It's 19 school days. Okay. The next week when we come back on September 14th, we will start term 2. So your students will have essentially new classes on September 14th. Okay. That will be their normal periods 2, 4, and 6, plus if they have a period 0 extension class. Okay. And then that's quarter 1. Okay. And then as you see on the graphic there, on October 13th, we come back and we begin term 3, which is another odd term. So that's periods 1, 3, and 5. All right. That goes until November 13th. There are finals on that Friday. We do not know what those will look like yet, but we'll get there and we'll give you more information then. And then you come back to finish the even terms running through December 18th, right? And then it's winter break after that. As you know, we switched the schedule around a little bit this year, so that is also the end of the semester for the first time possibly ever at Berkeley High. And then we'll come back in 2021, and we'll see what 2021 brings. I'm not quite ready to go through that schedule yet. I have high hopes for 2021, let me tell you. But that's that. So that's the alternating terms. There was some confusion. This gives kids the ability to focus on 3 classes at a time, which with this online format, we think is really supportive of their success. Okay. All right. And then the daily schedule, you're probably getting a hang of this. Looks like this. This is also in an email from Principal Regoso. As you know, period 1 or 2 is in that first slot from 9:15 to 10:15. There's a 15-minute break. Period 3 or 4 is from 10:30 to 11:30. There's a lunch break. And then at 12:15, we pick up again with period 5 or 6. Okay, that is on Monday, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. Okay, there is no all-class live instruction on Wednesday. I will repeat, there is no all-class live instruction on Wednesday. Instead, that's a small group support day. Okay, so your parents, teachers, your students' teachers may contact them and say, hey, you missed a lab last week. You need to come to the support class on Wednesday and we can make up that lab or catch up and I can show you how to do this or something like that. Okay. Those are required. If your student gets invited by a teacher to come to those small group support, that is required attendance. So Wednesday is not an optional day. It just looks a little different. All right. If students are not in one of those small group support classes, there is asynchronous learning that will happen in each of the classes. And all that means is that it's independent work for your student to do on that day. All right. And then Thursday and Friday, we pick up with live instruction again. All right. Okay. Next, we're going to I'm going to present this. I stole this straight from Miss McKinney's first day slides. Your students have seen this before. She did such an amazing job with putting this all in one place. So our distance learning norms so far, kids have been doing a great job with this. I just want to remind you. They have to use first and last name so we can somewhat verify who's who on the Zooms. Okay. If your preferred name is different from the roster name, they can tell us, we ask for this first day. That's all good. Like my birth name is Matthew. Nobody calls me Matthew except my mom and my dentist. And my dentist only because my mouth is always full and I can't tell him not to. So I've lost that one. That ship has sailed. So let us know if a preferred name is different from what's on the roster. None of us have any problem with that. We want to call kids by the name they want to be called, obviously, right? Video on. We do need to emphasize that video needs to be on. This is how we can verify that they're there, that they're engaged and plugged into what's going on. So we do need to have video on. Log into a meeting from a distraction-free, quiet environment. Everybody's been doing a good job with that. Do your best, right? I know that there is so much stuff going on in homes and apartments and in rooms and closets right now that we're all crammed in everywhere. So do your best with that one. Audio on mute until you want to speak. Everybody's been doing a good job with this. Students can either raise their hand, or you can hit the hand raise feature on Zoom. And they do need a pen and paper kind of across the board sometimes to take notes or write down data or something that they're taking for the classes. All right. Oop. All right, a couple things. Videos, we said again, start on and stay on for the whole class. That's across all of Berkeley High classes. We really have to emphasize this. We do need videos on. And if you're having connectivity issues, if you can't connect, if your Wi-Fi is down, etc., talk to us. We know what's going on. It's happening to us too. So we will empathize. See what I did there? And try to help you out. Okay. And then waiting room, kids get queued into a waiting room. We will let them in as soon as class starts. Just be aware that, during those 15-minute slots, that's when we go to the bathroom. That's when we take attendance. That's when we tweak our slides for the next one and get ready. Okay. So thank you for waiting patiently in the waiting room. Zoom reactions. McKinney put this in here. I love this. This is so true, y'all. It's very strange to be teaching to a room full of Zoomers here. People on Zoom, sorry, not necessarily Zoomers. And facial reactions really help us. And the silly Zoom reactions, the little thumbs up, that really helps us too. So we are working out this kind of how do we get feedback when we're not actually live with the kids. And it turns out a lot of times you have to be overactive and overemphasize there. All right? Okay. Next. Almost there. This is our class. What do I need from you? This is the last one. We have a student and family information form that was assigned through the Hive 5 information and announcements Google Classroom, as you can see. We have 30 of them turned in. We're still waiting on 75. We're going to be pestering kids for this week. I'm pestering you for it now. Talk to your kids. See if they've turned this in. This is how I'm going to build the parent email list so I can get a more accurate email contact. This tells us a little bit about anything we need to know about what's going on with distance learning at your house, like, oh, there's 4 siblings on the same time, and my folks are also running webcasts and stuff. Just information about us. So if you could help your students fill that out, that would be awesome. It looks like this. It's a Google form. We're looking for 1 from each family, and it's got everything from schedules to all kinds of also just anything we need to know about you. Right? We want to know about you. We want to know about your students. And this is where we find out. All right? So I think that's it. Hopefully that was helpful. We will be offering some question and answer sessions live to clear up any questions you have. And you can always shoot me an email like I showed you back there, mattglazer@berkeley.net. And I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Okay? Thanks. We are so stoked to have your students in Hive 5. And I wish we could be in the classroom, but it's also pretty cool just being able to get to know them on Zoom a little bit. I can't believe I'm saying that, but it's true. It was really exciting to see them and meet them this week and be able to start our classes. So thanks so much for all your support. It's cliche, but we are in this together. We'll get through this together, and we can't do it without you. Thanks a lot.